I didn't start my life until I was 26. I know what some people are thinking. Why can't she choose a 9 to 5 job? Why can't she get married to a person and make a family? Why is she only building her career now at 30? And why did she get into real estate at this age? I know 30 is not late, but for some people 30 is their deadline. So, my truth is first, I didn't start late. I just was not allowed to start early. For the first 26 years of my life, I was not building a career. I was fighting for the right to choose one. I grew up in a very conventional family where for girls, life followed a script: study, get married, have children. Making your own decisions was not something you were encouraged to do. Even saying no to a marriage proposal felt like a nightmare to me. So while other people were building their careers, I was trying to earn the freedom to build mine. People see me now and think this confidence came naturally. It didn't. It was built, one difficult decision at a time. And second, yes, I want to get married. The partnership I am expecting to have is like the relationship of Obama and Michelle. If I'm Michelle, I can get married to Salman Khan, right? So to meet Obama, I have to get there, right? Yes, I was in marriage market for a long time, and all I was seeing was, the Salman Khan in the Bam movie. It's unfortunate. I also feel that. And third, the ideal life I am expecting to have is having the utmost financial, personal, and travel freedom. So, to have that, I felt like real estate is the perfect option to get there. And also, my skills and perfectly aligned with real estate. And of course, I fucking love this field. And I only started my real life at 26, but everything before that was preparing me for it. I have always had ADHD. For a long time, I thought it only made me different. My mind moved fast. I was drawn to creative work, physical activities, new experiences, and ideas. Those were not the things people expected me to pursue. Many of the interests that made me felt alive were discouraged because they didn't fit in the life that had already planned for me. For years, I felt like I was trying to fit into a world that was not designed for the way my mind worked. Looking back now, I don't see ADHD only as a challenge. I also see how it made me intensely curious, especially about people. I became fascinated by behavior, by human behavior specifically, why people think the way they do, why they make certain decisions, why what values shape them. I listened, I observed, I noticed behavioral patterns. Every new conversation was like an assessment to me. Every person became someone I could learn from, not because I wanted to judge them, because I wanted to understand them. I was searching for people who are just like me. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one, but that curiosity has stayed with me ever since. So, when I was 26, after years of convincing my family, I finally got the opportunity to study for my master's in the UK. That was the first major decision that truly belonged to me. My father paid for my education, and I will always be grateful for that. But I also carried something else: a deep desire to stand on my own feet. I didn't want my life to become someone else's burden. I wanted to build something that was mine. When I landed in the UK, everything changed. For the first time, I had to manage my own life: work, study, bills, responsibilities, decisions, everything. It was terrifying, but it was also the first time I felt free. That was the moment I stopped surviving and started living. While studying, I worked part time for a food and beverage wholesale company in the UK. There was a project the team hadn't been able to complete in almost 3 years, just because they did not have the advanced systems, and they were not someone who can take out their employees' potential. Managing only 4 team members, I finished it in 1 week. Management couldn't believe it. They invited me into a meeting. They asked about my background, my qualifications, and my experience. Then they offered me a position on the management team. Not because I had the most experience, but because they saw something in me. They told I was exceptionally good with people. For someone who had spent years believing she was not enough, hearing that changed everything. I also had experience worked in the government sector, helping deliver the skills development programs while leading teams and managing people. Whether it was public service or corporate leadership, one thing remained constant: people, understanding them, leading them, negotiating with them, helping them work better together. That's where I realized my greatest skill had never been a job title. It was human connection. After nearly 10 years in corporate environments, I realized something. I had helped build other people's businesses and helped them building skills. Now I want to build my own. I want a career where every part of me have a place. My communication, my psychology background, my leadership experience, my creativity, my curiosity, my love for understanding people. That's why I chose real estate. Behind every property is a human story. I've only been in real estate for 4 months. After getting into the industry, I was only able to spend 2 months in Dubai. Then the regional conflict slowed down the market, and I made the decision to come home for a while, not because I was giving up, because I realized I had been running for years, running between UK, UAE, and India, never truly settled. I was chasing the next opportunity, always chasing success, trying to build the life I want. From the outside, my life seems fancy. Living between UK, UAE, and India, traveling alone, working abroad, building a career alone. It looks glamorous, I know. But inside, I was exhausted, burned out, anxious, always chasing the next goal, always thinking about what comes next instead of appreciating where I was. I wanted to repay my parents. I wanted to give them the life they deserved. I wanted to build the future I had imagined for myself. But somewhere along the way, I forgot that building a life also means living it. So now I'm home, working remotely, rebuilding my health, rebuilding my mind, not stepping backwards, not giving up, preparing for what's next. So, yes, I started late, or at least that's what it looks like. But for 26 years, I was preparing myself. Every restriction taught me resilience. Every setback taught me adaptability. Every human interaction taught me something about people. Every challenge built the woman you see today. So, no, I didn't start at 26. That's just when the world finally got to meet me. This is why I'm building my personal brand though. Not because I'm the most experienced person in real estate, but because I understand people. And in many ways, real estate was always where I was meant to end up. My father has been in this industry for years back home. So perhaps this destination was always there for me. Life just took me on a different route. Real estate is not just about property, it's about trust, relationships, understanding people. I believe that's my greatest strength. And this is only the beginning.